So the overall energy I have for the month of July for you is the Seven of Wands. This is standing up for what you believe in, but it's also being very defensive, like all these external forces coming at you and you having to defend your ground. And what I feel like when I hold this card specifically for you this month, Sag, is courage. Having the courage to stand up for what you believe in and what you're feeling. Specifically for what you're feeling, standing up for your passions. Oh, I just also heard, I'm clairvoyant, I just heard, or clairaudient, I just heard self-belief as well. So big message for you. So you might be finding yourself over the month of July just really feeling like you're on the defense, but it's really important for you to get in touch with your own vibration. Very much so. And I am letting everyone know this month as well that if you're new, this might be new information for you, but if you've watched me before, you do know that I'm clairvoyant and clairaudient, and I'm an empath, which means that when I'm doing these sessions, I don't just use the cards. I have clear hearing, which means I receive messages while I'm doing these. So sometimes I have to listen, and I also am clairvoyant, which means I receive signs and symbols, and I see things when I'm doing these as well. So if you hear me go silent, it's because I'm trying to decipher what's being shown to me. So thank you for your patience on that. But yeah, definitely feel like standing up for what you believe this month is going to be huge for you, Sag. Huge. I pulled this for another fire sign, which I found to be interesting. Your angel advice card this month is fresh air. And this is something that if you've worked with me, you know that I've brought this up a few times. It's so important for us to get outside to get a different perspective, to get near water, to meditate, to ground ourselves, because when we lock ourselves up in a house, we get to the point where we're just overthinking, or lock ourselves up in business or whatever it is. We just think. Getting outside really allows you the opportunity to just be and to just feel. And I also feel like when I hold this card, like I want to tell you, like, get off your phone, get off your computer, really disconnect so that you can reconnect. The message on this card says, your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air generated by grass, trees, plants, and flowers. Spend some time outside today, as near to Mother Nature's cradle as possible. Open your curtains and windows to refresh your home as well. I also had the opportunity to get these little cards over the past week. They're these little angel message cards by Tony Carmine Salerno, and I wanted to pull one for every sign this month. And I just love the little messages on these cards. And for you, I pulled surrender. And it says, there is no point in pushing the barrow up such a steep hill. Go back to the start, surrender your expectations. There is an easier way, and when the time is right, a new path will appear. So surrender this month. Let go, let God. I'm also feeling very strongly that I want to talk to those of you who are feeling very passionate about some sort of, like, I want to say creative project, or even possibly serving. I feel like it's important. By you standing up for what you believe in or listening to your intuition, it's going to produce for you. It's going to produce for you. Follow your heart. Yeah, the Fool. Listening to your intuition and just going for it. Choose love. Choose love. Choose love for yourself. Choose service. Choose whatever this passionate new beginning is that you're feeling very led towards. Do it. Go for it. I feel like I want to say, like, you already know what you need to do. You already know what you need to do. The Fool is one of the most powerful cards, if not the most powerful card in the tarot, because this person they just go for it. They just listen to their heart, they go for it, and it produces for them. You might have to step out of your comfort zone. Yeah, that's okay. To love is to be vulnerable. To live from a place of love and to manifest from the heart is to be vulnerable. You're going to have to allow yourself to be vulnerable. This is how you're going to achieve success. This is how you're going to start building a strong foundation for yourself. I also feel like I want to tell you to get around more like-minded people. If you feel like you're alone, follow me on Instagram if you don't already at Divine Soul Journey. There's a lot of like-minded people there. You can connect with a lot of cool people who are going through the exact same awakening process. But you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone. And release any lower vibrational energies that are no longer serving you, such as, I feel the need to mention anger, resentment, guilt. Don't feel guilty for going after what it is that your heart wants. That's silliness. Love and fear don't live in the same place. How can you possibly dwell in the possibility of love if you're living in fear? How? You can't. Release that guilt when it comes to what you want on an emotional level, or what you want in general. The heart knows. Your heart wouldn't long for anything that isn't in direct correlation or in direct path with your soul's purpose. That did not feel right. Yeah, balancing the mind and the heart. Notice this infinity sign here as well. And underneath that, the world. I feel like that's relevant. When you train that mind to listen to that heart, it's amazing what can happen for you. You and only you possess the free will to create your own happiness, Sag. And again, I do feel like this is creating something on a very new and practical level for you. But you got to let the old stuff go. You know, the Tower card, people get kind of freaked out when they see the Tower card, but I actually like the Tower card because the Tower card, it's like, you know, you kind of got to get out of a burning building if it's burning. You know, it's so that you can rebuild your tower in truth. You just have to be willing to believe you're worth it. This is how you're going to achieve success. Celebration. I have celebration here. Happiness. Taking steps. But you not necessarily knowing. It's okay. Surrender to the unknown. A reminder here, the soul lesson associated with the celebration card here is relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Get out of the karmic cycle. Use your emotional guidance scale. If it feels good, that means you're in alignment. If it doesn't feel good, you're not in alignment. You have exactly everything that you need to do. I just feel like what I want to tell you is to release the old. Release the negativity. Stand up for what you believe in. Trust in your truth. Trust your belief. Oh, got the Two of Swords here. You want to get clarity? Release the negative energy. Again, I just feel like I very strongly want to mention Reiki. Reiki will help you feel clear. You can go to a local Reiki practitioner and have a few treatments done. You can meditate. You can get outside. Whatever you need to do, it's going to help you with this clarity on basically choosing the heart over the mind. That's where you're being led. Choosing the heart over the mind. I'm going to pull a clarifier on this. I just feel like it's necessary. You just have to have the courage. Stop holding on to the things that no longer serve you. You can do everything on your own. You can do everything on your own. You have everything that you need within you. Stop. What I feel like I want to say is stop fighting the current and go with the flow. Anything that is falling away or trying to fall out of your life, it's for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, Sag. Everything happens for a reason. Trust what your heart is saying. Don't necessarily trust what other people are trying to... This might be for a small amount of you, but I feel like I want to say, like, don't let anybody tell you what your truth is. Don't let anybody tell you or try to persuade you from not listening to your heart. Okay, I am going to pull an Ascended Masters card as well and read from the guidebook for you. Sorry if I sound direct. I can get passionate sometimes when it comes to these readings. And it's just because I so badly want people to listen to their hearts. I'm a part of that movement, living from your heart, trusting your intuition. It's what holds the key to your future. And I pulled freedom for you. Hina. Freedom. Freedom came up twice in your reading. Okay, so I'm going to read from the guidebook on this. And it says, walk away from any restrictions and be free. You have the power and the right to change your life so that you experience more freedom. This card signifies that your soul is crying out for more freedom, especially as it involves your life purpose. Perhaps it is time to take a break so that you can think clearly about your desires and available options. The universe always supports the desire for expansion, creativity, and freedom. Say yes to freedom, and the universe will say yes to you. Additional meanings for this card: it is time to leave a situation that you have outgrown. Question the validity of any rules that you have imposed on yourself. Allow the universe to support you while you make these desired life changes. Be assertive and say no to anyone who is overstepping their boundaries with you. That's what I was saying earlier, right before this, is I just don't let anybody tell you what your truth is or keep you from moving towards your truth or following your heart or, anything like that. Okay, I'm also going to pull 3 cards from the Doreen Virtue Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck. For those of you who have been following me, you guys know that I absolutely love the practical messages on these cards. They always seem to kind of encompass what has been brought up in the reading. So go ahead and set your intentions while I shuffle them. I will also be reading and pulling a Romance Angel card, as well as a little special card at the end of the reading. So the first card I have for you is Empowerment. This does not surprise me at all. You are more powerful than you realize. It is safe for you to be powerful. You are being asked to empower yourself for freedom. The second card I have is Wait. Don't rush into actions right now. Bide your time for better results. When I'm holding this card, it kind of goes hand in hand with the surrender. Don't make any rash decisions, I feel like I want to say, and for some reason I feel like I want to say in regards to finances. Listen to your heart and take action as you are guided. And the third one I have for you is A New Dawn. The worst is now behind you and positive new experiences are on the horizon. So awesome. So awesome. I love it. Okay, so a Romance Angel card. Put this away. Go ahead and set your intentions. Love yourself first. That doesn't surprise me. With the Freedom card, the Empowerment card, and the Tower card here, doesn't surprise me. And of course you have to love yourself first. How can you possibly love anyone else before you love yourself? It says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And if you're on the twin flame journey, you know that it's all about coming back to wholeness within. Okay, so I shortened the initial spread this month for all of the signs for a reason. And it's because I got these new cards that I really love and I wanted to share with you by Alana Fairchild. It's the Isis Oracle deck. And she's the same one who does the Rumi cards that everyone seems to really love on YouTube. So I'm going to pull a card for you and I'm going to read it. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes. If you don't want to hear it, then you can definitely shut off the video now. I do encourage it because these messages are absolutely beautiful. And for those of you who are going to listen, I'm going to encourage you to just get yourself nice and relaxed and allow yourself to receive. Wow. The Lunar Queen. She is the Celestial Crescent. So I'm going to go ahead and read this from the guidebook. Page 200, Balance 2. All right. Isis, as Lunar Queen, understands the cycles of creative power and flow. Sometimes it can be hard to let go of the desire to force, control, and make things happen. To exert might and willpower to bring what you wish for into being by sheer determination, exertion, and force. Yet the vast creative power of the feminine principle is an honoring and flowing with cycles of activity and rest, of releasing force and surrendering into the perfection of what is happening right now. Realizing that this actually brings us divine manifestation and creation more effortlessly and gracefully, and to the greater effect. The celestial crescent is the moon in her changing form. This oracle comes to you now at a time when you are shifting from one phase in your spiritual and creative journey into a new phase. This is a time to pay deep attention to the messages of your body and allow them to guide you. Do you need to balance your activity with more rest? Do you need to be actively creating, but from a more relaxed state and allowing rather than demanding a forceful mental state? Or is it time for you to spring into action once more? Has the time come for you to step forward? Pay attention to any other card that you draw with the Lunar Queen to fully understand which phase is most appropriate for you now. And the card underneath that is the Temple of Carnelian, which is sacral chakra, which is creative. Pay attention. These cards will help you connect with your inner wisdom and the guidance of your own body wisdom for the greatest timing and unfoldment of your manifestation. Remember, sometimes more time in the oven prevents an undercooked meal. Sometimes we just need to wait a little longer. How funny we pulled the wait card. The quiet times are dark moon energies, the times when you will sense from your inner wisdom, your body wisdom, that you are in need of replenishing and percolation. The other times when you feel the inner oven timer has rung and it is time to get that delicious meal on the table, your body will urge you to dance, to act, to communicate, to be bold, and to take steps. These are the full moon energies. Your body will help you know where you are at and what you need. The flow between the dark moon and the full moon and all the phases in between is constant. In allowing that flow, even several times in a day or an hour, you will maximize your creativity and allow your life to manifest creative project after creative project. Should you so choose, you will feel greater inner harmony, wellness, and connection. This oracle is also a reminder that this feminine wisdom is not widely accepted in the Western culture yet, with its distorted view of what constitutes productive behavior. The Lunar Queen is quite radical. You will need to really believe in your own wisdom and give yourself great support and trust your own body wisdom as you learn to operate this more intuitive, flexible, responsive, feminine way. This oracle tells you that the Lady Isis and the spiritual guidance that cares for you completely encourages you and supports you in being strong and giving yourself absolute permission to rest when needed, to honor your creative cycles for the greatest productivity and quality. If you have been wanting to create something or feel frustrated in your creative enterprise, the Lunar Queen Oracle also contains this message for you, that something creative is within you and wanting to emerge. It is stirring in your unconscious, and it will soon be reflected more clearly back at you, and you shall be able to act, but for now, have patience. There can be much inner work required before a relatively swift outer work of bringing the creative impulse into form. If you are already in the flow and you want to know if this is the time to really let go and shine, like the gorgeous full moon, the answer is yes. Trust and know that you are being guided by your own inner wisdom and supported by she of the celestial crescent, the lunar queen, Lady Isis. And I feel like I want to read this little poem here, this incantation. It says, "The lunar queen, Lady Isis, goddess of the night, help me now to follow the light of the shining moon in all her flow. I release force and fear. Help me let go. Guided by the crescent moon, now I am open to receive great boon."